Today we are testing out the new Gilded Noir palette by Milani, and we are doing swatches and some looks in 3, 2, 1. Hey, it's Amanda. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Welcome back to my channel. But if it's your first time here and you enjoy beauty hauls, unboxings, first impressions, reviews, and more, you've come to the right place to hit subscribe for new videos weekly. Really hope my mic is okay. You guys can hear me loud and clear because I had to call Gryffindor and he had to walk me through how to change the mic battery. He is my IT helper on my filming. I just couldn't get like the fuzzy thing back on my mic. Hopefully it's not affecting anything, and the beauty room is going to be under construction soon because we are getting fully set up for some gaming. Super excited. Anyway, today's video is about testing the new Milani Gilded Noir palette. This is what the palette looks like. It is gorgeous. I have a couple looks in mind, so I'm hoping my eyes will be nice to me and let me get at least 3 looks. I also have the Gilded Rouge palette. Smash that like if you want to see a similar video on that palette as well. Milani palettes have been hit or miss for me in the past. I'm hoping that this one is a hit. It is gorgeous, and I'm really excited to see how this palette treats me. Hopefully the eye looks come out how I'm planning. Typically I have a vision for some eye looks, and then my hands kind of just do whatever they want. So if you're interested in seeing what the swatches and the final eye looks look, just keep on watching. Oh, that's cute. I've had a booger right here the whole time. Cool. Thanks, monitor, for letting me know. Just want to let you guys know I don't have any makeup on my face. There is no concealer or primer on my arm to act as a base, and all of my finger swatches go from finger to pan to arm in one swipe, otherwise noted. Kind of do want to put some brows on, but kind of don't. Kind of just want to stay looking ratchet and just sticking to the point of what this video is about, just doing swatches and an eye look. Let's begin with the swatches. This is the top row, Bubbly, Entitled, Rococo, After Party. I'm gonna try some swatches differently, just going across my arm right here. Hopefully this works. So that is what the swatches look like. Didn't really make much of a difference doing it this way or just trying to do it on my arm like that. But the mattes were very dry. This shade, Entitled, was very dry. It's hard to see on my skin tone, but the shimmer shades were really creamy. And there is still some pigment left on my fingers from the shimmers. The mattes pretty much are faded. Don't ask, Solid Gold, Twisted, Gilded Noir, or Noir, my bad. Comment below, do you say Noir or Noir? I don't know why we got higher and higher there on the swatches. I really love the shade Twisted. It looks like a shimmery matte because it doesn't look as like pigmented as the shimmers, and it's swatched like a matte. It just fades at the tail, just like Gilded Noir. Gilded Noir was a little bit more glittery, so I'm not sure if it's because that these are more grungier shades and they're harder to formulate and that's why they're fading or what. Third row. Why not? Gas, Posh, No Pictures. Oh my gosh, gasp. I'm literally gasping. That is my favorite shade so far. And we got pigment on all the fingers from the third row. Little bit of fallout from that row, especially gasp. I have some all over myself. And then the last row, dripping, fuzzy, lust, dark side. That matte black dark side is pretty. The tail kind of goes wonky too, but pretty much pigment all the way down. So after swatching this palette, it's definitely more on the shimmery side, with the exception of Dark Side, Lust, and Entitled. The only shade I really have concerns about is Entitled. It didn't show up well on me. It is more of a transition shade, so I probably won't use it anyway. Maybe to set my base. I think that there is a lot of fun colors in this palette. You definitely have your balance of brighter colors like No Pictures, Gas, and Dripping. But then you also have grungier shades like Dark Side, Lust, Twisted, and Gilded Noir. Definitely excited to see how it looks on the eyes and how it blends. The shimmer shades were really creamy. I really liked how they felt on the fingers. And then some shades like Bubbly, Don't Ask, and Dripping had more of a drier shimmer feel, almost kind of like how Entitled and Lust felt like those mattes, because the mattes were also super dry. So let's get priming, and we are gonna go with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Eye Primer. This has been my go-to eye primer since I have picked it up. I think that it just primes my eyes really well. I just feel like I can blend really easily with this primer. I know I'm not like the most skilled or artistic when it comes to makeup, but this primer definitely makes me feel powerful with it. Let me know if you guys use this primer, or what do you use to prime the eyes with. I used to be all into Shape Tape until this came along, and I've just been reaching for this ever since. Still love using Shape Tape mainly to cut the crease. And Anastasia Beverly Hills also just came out with some foundations and loose powders. Comment below if you're picking those up. I'm thinking about trying to do some foundation wear tests on my channel next. I kind of have an idea how I want to do them. Comment below if a foundation wear test would be something you guys are interested in. I hope you guys are enjoying these palette reviews. Hope that you find them helpful. I love doing them. They seem to be pretty well received. Let me know what other palettes you would like to see next. And of course, they don't have to be new palettes. It can also be some older palettes. I can definitely dig through my collection. Plus, it also gives me a chance to give some palettes that kind of just end up collecting dust after you try them. I'm going to take my Farrah 265 brush. I love this brush just to set my base with. And we're going to go into the shade Entitled. Real quick, I had to stop with the first look because I wasn't happy how it was turning out. It was not blending well. And then my contact fell out. So I had to take a step back and try to get back into the groove. We're gonna try this again on a Luxie 213 eye shading brush. We're going into No Pictures, and I'm going to start in the crease area. And this is a shimmer shade, so it's blending really nice. Carving out the crease area in the first third of my eye, and also carving out the outer third. So I do want to do, or attempt, a halo look. I think that's looking a lot better than the first time. I was trying to work outwards going in the first time. It looked pretty bad, like a pile of mush. I'm gonna try to take a makeup wipe to kind of clean off to where I want the halo look. I'm gonna take some Revolution cut crease base to carve out the halo. Carving out for a halo is hard, especially when you get stuff all up in your lashes. Oh, you know why? Because I normally take a smaller brush. I'm just off today. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna try to smooth it out a little bit with my Alamar brush. This is the one I usually cut crease with. I don't know what I was thinking. I did bring it up a little higher than usual because I kind of want the halo to show. We'll go back in with No Pictures to clean it up. On a Luxie 245 small shader, I'm gonna grab the shade Gas. I'm gonna take some MAC Fix to really wet that brush. Oh, that is not how the swatch looked. Oh, alright, using the finger. Oh, there it goes. That's hard for a halo. This is not what I had visioned. Thought it would be a lot prettier look. Well, at least it's on. I'm gonna go back in and clean it up with No Pictures. Okay, maybe it's not a halo. It's just blue in the center of the lid. This is as good as it's gonna get. I'm gonna take some Urban Decay 24/7 liner for my waterline. I just changed out my contact. I already got eyeshadow back in my eye. On a Luxie 141 mini flat, I'm going to take the shade Fuzzy to smoke it out on the lower lash. Oh, I like that purple on the lower lash. It's definitely a more grungier effect. And then just to top it off, I do want to take Rococo on that same 141. The Dow 6, I don't know how this is going to go over. And then spray some MAC Fix. Ooh, yes, for that inner corner. Been wanting to try pop a color in the inner corner. And then I did went on ahead and popped on some Huda Beauty lashes. These are Samantha that we got in our Allure beauty box for the month of July. After overcoming the struggles of this palette that I ran into creating this look, I actually do like it. I love the yellow in the inner corners. That is definitely my favorite. I think I did go a little heavy, especially on this side, on the lower lash line. I was very disappointed with gas. I thought it was going to be a lot brighter on the eyelids like it did on the swatch. I did end up having to use my finger to get it on. So far, I mean, this is just the first look. I'm not that impressed with this palette. It's kind of like the same issues I've had with Milani palettes in the past. They just don't blend and perform well on me. We are going to try to create 2 more looks for this video. You know you're trying to salvage a look when you got lashes coming in to save the day. I'm going to go in with a Sigma E25 blending brush, and I'm going to take the shade Lust. Let's try it. Oh gosh. Lots of kickback. Let's try a matte. Kind of want to create like a winged look. I am going in very lightly because it is pretty pigmented. Left eye always cooperates a little bit better. On a Sigma E55, I'm gonna go in with the shade Twisted and kind of try to pack it on. It's a little patchy and it's raining fallout in my contacts again. Well, once it's built up, it's pretty, but that was a little excessive. The swatches are definitely deceiving compared how they are translated when trying to apply with the brush. But this shade is going on a lot better than Gasp, the blue shade did. Fall out. And I think that's just where I'm getting a little discouraged in this video, is because these shades are kind of difficult. Actually, not just kind of. They are very difficult to work with, and I'm just like, what am I doing? Like, I just feel like I have no confidence at all. So I'm gonna go back in with that E25 just to bring the two together right here. I guess we have like a grunge forest camo look going. Thought these shades would be cuter together. Can't get any worse. Let's go into dark side. Deepen the outer V. Wow, we really are going hunting in this makeup. This look is for you, Catherine. She loves camo. Maybe it's cute. I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with this anymore. All right, let's see if Gilded Noir can add glitter to this look with the matte fix on top of, oh, no. Thought that this, oh, it's not even showing up. It barely is. Thought that this would be maybe cute over the green to add a little bit of sparkle, and it's not really doing anything. I am digging for gold, literally, and nothing. I think that made things worse. There's kind of a sparkle there. Now it just looks like I got a black eye. If you have this palette, are you struggling as much as I am? Because I'm like, what the heck? I don't even know what to do for like a lower lash line. I'm going back in with the Urban Decay pencil. Well, at least you guys are getting some entertainment. It's a mess. She messy. She going hunting. I mean, we are in North Carolina. I'm gonna go in with my Sigma E30 pencil brush. Let's go with no pictures. Maybe it works better on the lower lash line. Now it's like Christmas camo. Man, this eyeshadow is attracted to my eyes. I don't know what it is. Now it looks like I have an eye disease. And it's not like I'm trying to bash Milani palettes. I just haven't had a good experience with any of their palettes. I'm trying my hardest to make this work, even though it's like an epic fail. And it's just not working out in my favor. Milani does have some great products. Like, I love their highlighters, blushes. Not in the Flower Trio, but like the single rose blushes. They have really good products. It's just their eyeshadows. I've always had issues with their palettes. Like, it looks like I've had this palette for a while. I'm just trying to make it work. I kind of want to try dripping in the inner corners, brighten up the camo a little bit. Back on the Luxie 141 MAC Fix. Alright, camo. Ooh, I love this shade. So far, the shades in the inner corners have been my favorite. These are like the best shades that are working out for me. Aside from Lust in the crease, I kind of like this look. I don't know, Lust just looks muddy. But here we go. Coming at you with some Christmas camo looks. Or if you're going hunting, maybe we can get a third look. I'm trying to make at least one look presentable. So we're primed and set like how I have done for the previous two looks, using the ABH primer and setting with Untitled. For the last and final look, let's see how fuzzy looks. And this is with a set base. Ooh, that's kind of blended. That's like the best blending we have achieved this whole video. And this, it's like crumbling inside. Like, what is even going on? Nothing against Milani. I think they just need to formulate better eyeshadows. Just get back in the lab, really sit down and come up with a decent formulation. Because for 20 bucks for 16 shades for a drugstore brand, it's a little pricey. People get on NYX for upping their prices, but at least NYX has some decent eyeshadows. This is like trash. But I'm not having a good time over here. But I will say, Fuzzy has cooperated the best with me this whole video. This is the Luxie 121 mini tapered, and since I don't have many crease shades, we're gonna give Lust another chance just to help blend it together, just to smooth it out, because there is a harsh line with Fuzzy getting up a little higher. I did struggle with blending Lust in the second look because I used that shade first, but now blending it with Fuzzy, it's like more willing to blend a little easier. Fuzzy is also not as popping as I thought it would be. Definitely went in a little harsher on the left eye. I couldn't get Gilded Noir to show up on Twisted, but I'm hoping maybe Dripping wants to show up. I'm taking my Sigma E60 large shading. It's a pretty shade. We used it in the inner corners, and MAC Fix. Ooh, this is what I've been wanting all along. I don't know why I want to add some No Pictures, because it is a shimmer shade, but I kind of just want to add a little bit to the outer V to round and make sure that Dripping is blended. Okay. Can't really tell, but Dripping looks a lot smoother. This is like the most presentable look. I actually am really digging. I would recommend this palette just for Dripping because it is gorgeous. I think ColourPop actually has a Super Shock shadow very similar to it. It's been like the most cooperative shade out of this whole palette, and we're taking 0 again for my waterline. There's still eyeliner. It doesn't want to budge. Plus my eyes have started to water removing the makeup, so I figured I'm gonna put eyeliner on anyway. I'm just gonna leave it there. What color won't soil the look? That is the question. I don't know. Have I used Posh? I don't know. Well, we're gonna take Posh. We're gonna smoke it. This look is like right up my alley though. Nice and grungy. I haven't done any grunge looks, but grunge makeup is like my aesthetic. Every time I've smoked out, I got freaking eyeshadow in my eye. And then let's take the shade Don't Ask on the 141 Luxie brush. This is what we've used every single look to brighten up the inner corners. MAC Fix. Oops. Aiming the wrong way. It's the eyeshadow in my contact. I was gonna say we probably don't even need any because of Dripping, but I like how it's doing the effect towards like the bottom right there. That is stunning. So this is actually my favorite look, the unplanned look. The other two kind of had a vision. I knew I wanted to use Twisted. I wanted to maybe use Solid Gold or Rococo, but it kind of turned into a hunting camo Christmas look. And then the first look, I was really excited about that. That was like the one that I had envisioned from the start of picking up this palette. Epic fail. So if you don't have any visions for this palette, that's how you're gonna achieve a semi-decent look. I would not recommend this palette. I ran into too many issues with blending and just being disappointed by the shimmers, especially Gas. I understand applying eyeshadows with the finger is a way, but I just don't like doing it. I just prefer a brush. That's just me. Like, I understand if it's like a loose glitter, maybe like, you know, Don't Ask, where it's like a lighter shade, but like a deeper shade, I just felt like that was, I don't know, it's just let down. Also, $20 for this, not a good price point. I just think it's overpriced for a drugstore palette. Maybe if it was $10, but even then, the quality, the eyeshadows just aren't good. I really like beat up this palette to try to make things work. In the end, I suffered and I maybe prevailed on the third look. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know, I'm just so bummed right now. I get so excited to do an eyeshadow palette look, and then it doesn't go according to plan, and the shades just don't want to blend. I was up here when we started, and now I'm like here. I hate that because I don't want it to affect anything. I mean, if you guys have this palette, did you guys run into any issues? Did it work for you? I'm glad it did. Just because it didn't work out for me doesn't stop using it. It just didn't work out for me. This is like my go-to primer since I've gotten it as my eyeshadow base to test out new palettes with. I have like a low percentage that this is the culprit for all this, and I use Sigma, Luxie, Morphe, and Farrah brushes in all my videos, so that's why I have like a hard time believing it's that. I hope you guys did not find this a Debbie Downer. I hope you guys did find it useful. Let me know if you guys plan on picking up this palette. I hope you guys have better luck with it than I did. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video and found it useful. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I'll see you in the next video.